I think we did good. He's got lots of play space now. And more space. And his toys are all out. It's been a long time coming setting up this room, but I wasn't really sure how long we'd actually be staying here. Poor little baby's all tuckered out. Good afternoon, Magic Players and card collectors of all kinds. You'll notice I still have a bunch of the stuff out from the last video. I decided I would leave out the packs, showing up my favorite card from each pack. And I would leave out all the lands and all the tokens, because there seems to be some extra tokens and some extra lands in each pack that we've opened so far. This is part 3 of our starter collection. I hope you've been enjoying these videos as much as I've enjoyed opening this. And I am so full of creative ideas and such. I'm just super eager to start touching up decks and building new stuff. I honestly don't know how much money I'm going to be spending on Tarkir products. I really want to get some stuff, but I don't know how much I'm going to be able to afford. And right now, what I'm really concerned about is actually just trying to get as many boxes of sleeves as I can. Right now I have one spare box, which is set aside for my my spirit deck that I'm planning to build. Probably going to start on that this weekend, if not next weekend for sure. But in the meantime, yeah. This is part 3, like I say. We've got one more set of cards to go through and one more pack to open. So, without further ado, let's get into it. This one starts with some hollows. That's pretty nice. Oh, I just... Alright. We've got a Lyra Dawnbreaker. Flying, first strike, lifelink. Other angels you control get +1/+1 to have lifelink. I think that's going to be a commander for sure if I want to build a White Angels deck. Rite of Replication. Kicker 5. Create a token that's a copy of target creature. If the spell was kicked, create 5 copies of that instead. Okay. Massacre Worm. Amazing pull. I love Massacre Worm. I was worried the last pack was going to be the one that was full of baggers, but this one might be full of baggers too. If a creature you control would deal damage to a permanent or a player, it deals double damage. Gigantosaurus. I think that's supposed to be a creature, not a token. Yeah. Alright, it's a full art creature with no text other than the fact that it costs 5 and it's a 10/10. Huh. I'm assuming it's a dinosaur. Adaptive Automaton. Choose a creature type as this thing enters. The creature is a chosen type in addition to its other types, and creatures of the chosen type get +1/+1, except for this. Gilded Lotus. Nice. Ooh, it's pretty too. I've always wanted a Lotus card. This is my first Lotus card ever. Maze's End. Enters tapped, add colorless, pay 3, return this land to its owner's hand, search your library for a gate card, put it on the battlefield. If you control 10 or more gates with different names, you win the game. Ooh, nice. Angel of Vitality. If you would gain life, you gain that much life +1. This creature gets +2/+2 as long as you have 25 or more life. Make a stand. Creatures you control get +1/+0 and have indestructible until end of turn. Confiscate. Enchant permanent. You control enchanted permanent. Ooh, shit. Negate. Feed the Swarm. Oh, I love Feed the Swarm. It's one of my favorite black cards. Gatekeeper of Malachir. Kicker black. When this creature enters, if it was kicked, target player sacrifices a creature of their choice. Okay. Gutter Snipe is an awesome card for sure. Impact Tremors is amazing, and I like the artwork on this one. Imperious Imperfect. Other elves you control get +1/+1. Pay a green, tap this, and you create a green elf creature. And we got 2 of them, which is perfect, because I have 2 elf decks, and I needed 1 for each, so that's amazing. Pelaka Worm. Trample. When this creature enters, you gain 7 life. When this creature dies, you draw a card. Okay. Boros Charm is always an amazing card to pull. Especially an indestructible part. Infliging Courage. Enchanted creature gets +2/+2 and has trample and lifelink. Wow. Expedition map. Sacrifice this, search your library for a land, reveal it, put it into your hand. Hedron Archive. Taps for 2, or you can sacrifice it to draw 2 cards. We got a Cat Collector. We saw that in one of our other videos. Divine Resilience. Kicker 2 and a white. Target creature you control gains indestructible at a turn. If this spell was kicked, instead any number of target creatures. Ooh, nice. Joust Through. Deals 3 damage to target attacking and blocking creature, and you gain a life. Huh. Yeah, it's creatures you control. I just wanted to double check that. You can't save your opponents with that. Twin Blade Blessing. Flash. Enchanted creature is double strike. Nice. Lincoln Skymage. Whenever you draw a card, put a +1/+1 counter on this thing. Okay. Feybloom Trick. Create 2 blue fairy creature tokens with flying. When you do, tap target creature and opponent controls. Okay. Mischievous Mystic. We got 2 of him. When you draw your second card each turn, you create a blue fairy token. Nice. That'll be good in one of my in my blue deck. I really need to upgrade that deck. That deck's going to be insane when I finish touching it up. Arbiter of Woe. As an additional cost, sacrifice a creature. When it enters, each opponent discards a card, loses 2 life. You draw a card and gain 2 life. Yeah. If I'm going to sacrifice a creature, I wish they would all sacrifice something too, but it's not bad. Infestation Sage. When it dies, you create a black and green insect creature token. Midnight Snack. At the beginning of your end step, if you attack this turn, create a food token. Nice. Sacrifice as a enchantment. Target opponent loses X life, where X is the amount of life you gain this turn. Ooh, shoot. Seeker's Folly. Decent. Vengeful Blood Witch. Whenever this creature or another creature you control dies, target opponent loses... Ooh, nice. We got 3 of him. Crackling Cyclops. Whenever you cast a non-creature spell, this thing gets +3/+0 until end of turn. Okay. Goblin Negotiation. Deals X damage to target creature. Create a number of 1/1 red goblin tokens equal to the amount of excess damage dealt to the creature that way. Nice. Strawbox Raider. When this creature enters, if you attack this turn, exile the top 2 cards of your library, choose one of them until the end of your next turn, you can play that card. Elvish Regrower. When this creature enters, return target permanent card from your graveyard to your hand. Solid. Quickstrider Ceratops. 12/8 dinosaur for 6. Decent. Dreadwing Scavenger. Flying. Whenever this creature attacks or enters, you draw a card and discard a card. Good. This creature gets +1/+1 against Death Touch if there are 7 or more cards. Ooh, I like that a lot. Fiendish Panda. Whenever you gain life, put a +1/+1 counter on it. When it dies, return another target non-bear creature card with mana value less than or equal to this creature's power from your graveyard to the battlefield. Perforating Artist. Death Touch. Always fun. At the beginning of your end step, if you attack this turn, each opponent loses 3 life unless that player sacrifices a non-land permanent of their choice or discards. Ooh, I like that. I wish I had more than 1 copy of it. Wardens of the Cycle. At the beginning of your end step, if a creature died this turn, choose one. You gain 2 life, or you draw a card and lose a life. Nice. Ravenous Amulet. Sacrifice a creature, draw a card, then put a soul counter on this thing. Sacrifice this thing, each opponent loses life equal to the number of soul counters on this thing. Okay. A Johnny's Pridemate. Whenever you gain life, you put a +1/+1 counter on it. Angel Finality. When it enters, exile target player's graveyard. Resolute Reinforcements. When this creature enters, create a 1/1 white soldier token. Savannah Lions. We got it. Oh, just 1 copy of it. But nice. It's a beautiful lion. For sure. I've always loved that classic artwork. Stroke of Midnight. Destroy target non-land permanent. Its controller creates a 1/1 human. Brineborn Cutthroat. Flash. Whenever you cast a spell during an opponent's turn, put a +1/+1 counter on it. We got 2 of those. Essence Scatter. Counter target creature spell. Micromancer. Whenever this creature enters, you may search your library for an instant or sorcery of mana value 1. Reveal it, put it into your hand. Shuffle. Mocking Sprite. Fly. We've seen that one already. Spectral Sailor, Flash, Fly, draw a card for 4. Couple copies of him, think twice, draw a card, flashback 2. We got a couple of that. Tolarian Terror. Cost 1 less to cast for each instant of sorcery in your graveyard for 5/5 with Ward 2. It's okay. Witness Protection, enchant creature. Enchanted creature loses all abilities and becomes a white and green citizen with base power toughness 1/1 named Legitimate Business Person. Ooh, Exsanguinate. Each opponent loses X life, and you gain life equal to the amount lost. Nice. Hero's Downfall. We got a couple copies of that. Destroy target creature with Planeswalker. Marauding Blight Priest. We already seen him. He's amazing. Stormkirk Blood Thief. At the beginning of end step, if an opponent lost life this turn, you put a +1/+1 counter on target vampire control. Okay. Vampire Nighthawk is one of my favorite vampires of all time. Flying, Death Touch, Lifelink for 2/3 for 3. Zombify. Return target creature card from your graveyard to the battlefield. Ooh, for 4. That's not bad at all. Burst Lightning. Deals 2 damage to any target, but if it was kicked, it deals 4 damage. But you have to pay 4 to kick it. 4 copies of that. Fanatical Firebrand, we've seen. Heartfire Emulator. Prowess. Sacrifices creature, deals damage equal to its power to target creature or planeswalker. Okay, that's decent. Couple copies of him. Hinagetsu's Second Right. If target player has exactly 10 life, this thing deals 10 damage to that player. That sucks. Seismic Rupture. Deals 2 damage to each creature without flying. Thrill of Possibility. As additional cost to cast his spells, discard a card or draw 2 cards. Bite Down. Target creature you control deals damage equal to its power to target creature or planeswalker you don't control. Broken Wings. Classic. Bushwhack. Search your library for a basic land, reveal it, put it into your hand to shuffle, or target creature you control fights. I like that one. Dwywin's Elite. When this creature enters, if you control another elf, create a 1/1 white green or 1/1 green elf token. Couple of those. Group's Uprising, nice. Giant Growth. Land of War Elves is the classic. And I love the classic artwork too. Ooh, we got 4 copies of him. Ooh, Overrun! That's one of my favorite sorceries in green. +3/+3 and trample until end of turn for your entire board. Snakeskin Veil. Nice. Wildwood Scourge. Target creature gets +X. No, this enters with X +1/+1 counters whenever one or more X +1/+1 counters are put on another non-Hydra creature you control. Put a +1/+1 counter on this creature. Okay. Epharian Eagle. Flying. Other creatures you control with flying get +1/+1. Nice. Heroic Reinforcements. Create 2 white soldier tokens. Until end of turn, creatures you control get +1/+1 and gain haste. Ooh, Ruby. Daring Tracker. Haste. Whenever it attacks, if you control a creature with power 4 or greater, it gets +2/+2 until end of turn. And you can tap it for red or green. Alright. I don't think there was any lands in that pack. I was expecting to put lands into my land pile, and I was expecting to... But no, I don't think we had any lands in that set. Just gonna flip through it really quick again. That might be the first and only set that didn't have any lands. So that's interesting. Had some decent stuff in it, for sure. But no lands. Alright, on to the pack. Last pack in the opening. See if we pull something solid. Ooh, we're getting an art card instead of a token. What do we get for art? Bam. Ooh, pretty art. Very pretty art. Alright. Thrill of Possibility. We've seen that already. It's a good one. Hungry Ghoul. Sacrifice another creature. Put +1/+1 counter on this. Solid. Twins the Elite, another awesome one. Elementalist Adept. Flash and Prowess, okay. Luminous Rebuke. Destroys a creature, costs 3 less if it's a tap creature. Sanguine Siphoner. Whenever it attacks, each opponent loses a life, you gain a life. Gleaming Barrier. Artifact creature, wall, defender. When this creature dies, you create a treasure token. Solid. Sunblessed Healer. Kicker 1 and a white, has lifelink. When it enters, if it was kicked, return target non-land permanent with mana value 2 or less from your graveyard to the battlefield. Ooh. Adventuring Gear, landfall. Whenever a land enters, equip creature gets +2/+2 until end of turn. Decent. Fire Spitter Whelp, dragon, flying. Whenever you cast a non-creature dragon spell, this creature deals 1 damage to each opponent. A non-creature or a dragon spell. Okay. Panda, we've just seen. Brass's Bounty is insane. I love that one. For each land you control, you create a treasure token. That is a really powerful card. Valkyrie's Call. Whenever a non-token, non-angel creature you control dies, return that creature to the battlefield under its owner's control with a +1/+1 counter on it. It has flying and is an angel in addition to its... What in the hell is this thing? That is the pull of the video for sure. I mean, I think that's the best one out of all the packs. And at Bloodfell Caves. I really expected that one of these two was going to be the best. I really like the Homunculus one for my blue deck. That's going to be an insane just multiplier. This is going to be great in my Legendaries deck, I figured. And that, I don't even know where to put that. That is so good. Oh my goodness. Alright, well, these videos have been my starter collection opening. I really have enjoyed doing this for you guys. I hope that you guys have enjoyed watching this. And yeah, it is definitely one of the biggest products I've ever opened on this channel. I don't think I've ever had to do a 3-part video for sure, where I actually planned it out the way like I did. But that's gonna be it for me. Alright, I'm not gonna blabber on anymore. I am just going to take this. I'm going to show you Pug. And I'm going to end with much love to you all from me. You take care. And bye.